that's why I'm telling you, look, if you're going to say that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, then you still have to go down that path. I mean, I'm telling you, at that point in time, It's a Wonderful Life is not a Christmas movie, and White Christmas is not a Christmas movie either. They take place during Christmas, not about Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I'm in complete agreement with you, because if that's the standard that we're going to hold it to, all those others need to be wiped off the list as well. Turnabout's fair play.
That's it. But so once we agree that Die Hard's a Christmas movie, also understand that that's when Home Alone becomes a Christmas movie, because otherwise it's not. And you have to remember, Gremlins is more of a Christmas movie than all of those, because Gizmo was the Christmas gift.
Absolutely.
So
and going back to Home Alone was one of those as a kid. I absolutely loved that movie, and I still do like that movie. But as an adult watching Home Alone, it is one of the most frustrating movies on the face of the planet, because there are so many ways that could have ended so early. But I subscribe to the theory that that's what Kevin McAllister wanted. He wanted to hurt those guys.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's what a sadist. So, all right. Hey, welcome to the We Rock podcast, the highest rated podcast in the monument industry. We're just blowing the doors off of things here. We're in. Hold on, I got to look this up. What number? 46.
46.
Episode 46. So, it'll be here we are, and got past Thanksgiving. I think we survived Thanksgiving. Did you get? I lost you there. Where'd you go?
We did survive Thanksgiving.
Yes, we did. So got fat, ate food.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, bizarre thing, I didn't get a single slice of pie.
Why?
There was no pie. I don't know what happened. No pie. No pecan pie.
Was all the pie consumed, or did you?
No,
was
never showed up. There was no pie. No pecan pie. No pumpkin pie. This may be the first time in my life I went through Thanksgiving without a single slice of pumpkin pie. I didn't realize until it was too late, but yeah.
Hey, but realize that you are an adult and that you do have adult money. So on the way home, you could stop at HEB and just buy you a pumpkin pie.
Hey, we've got a full schedule for tonight. Emily's got to take Kylie to volleyball practice, and James has a parent meeting with wrestling that I've got to take him to. I think pumpkin pie could be my dinner.
Again, you are an adult. You are.
It's a vegetable.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm on board with that one. Eat your vegetables.
How is it any different than a quiche?
None. Although, since we're talking about pumpkin pie, of course, after Thanksgiving, you always see all the videos pop up on the social media sites of the Thanksgiving fails and the funny things that happen.
Yeah.
The one I saw going around the most, especially about pumpkin pie, was people that said that they were bringing a pumpkin pie, but just brought a pie crust filled with bean dip with some whipped cream on top of it, and then videoing people eating it.
Oh gosh. No, it's the pie thing was crazy. We had a lot of food though. I did put on some weight. Just
did y'all have any desserts?
Oh, a lot of freaking cookies and breads.
A
lot of cookies. So Emily had to make her special cookie that she makes every year.
What's a special cookie?
It's
other than
it's
yourself.
Yeah. No, so it's like she uses fudge cake mix or whatever, and she mixes in Andes mints and mint chocolate chip Oreos. And so it just becomes this really cakey chocolate mint cookie.
But it sounds good.
I know. And I'm not the guy who really likes chocolate mint flavors, but it's got Andes mints in it, and I'm totally down for that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No, Andy's mints. As a kid, I grew up thinking those things like you only found those at fine dining establishments.
Oh yeah, I mean like Olive Garden.
Like I said, fine dining establishments.
Oh man. Well, I mean, so as we're here, I mean, now we've moved on to things. We finally last week, of course, because we were trying to record before the Thanksgiving break, didn't get a chance to because somebody decided, hey, I'm gonna pull my truck apart, and make it DOT legal or something like that.
Yes, all within the boundaries of the law.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that, and then now I'm the proud new owner of a big mortgage. I got in trouble over Thanksgiving break because my sister-in-law said, "Hey, congratulations on the purchase on buying that property," and I didn't miss a beat. And I wasn't thinking; it was just the first thing that came to mind. And I said this to you. I was like, what's funny about that is, so when somebody goes, "Hey, congratulations on taking on a lot of debt," and everybody kind of cut their eyes and look at me, and I go, "I mean, that's what I did. Mm-hmm. The bank will loan you anything."
Absolutely. No, that's what I've always thought, and I'd say that congratulations would be more in order for the purchase of the land because that's about building what you've already built on.
Yeah,
and that's great, but the one that I've always had the weirdest time with is at a car dealership whenever you buy a new vehicle and they say, congratulations. Like, I didn't win it.
Right.
Does the congratulations portion mean that the payment doesn't have to be made? Like, where do I win in this?
Exactly. So, no, it's all done. We've got all the paperwork signed, and I guess it's mine. And so, new lease. I did collect December's rent from everybody, including myself. So, which is bizarre. I had to go, Janine, I need my check.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a real a-hole for a landlord.
I know. So that's going on, and just trying to, man, it's been sopping wet. It's raining and cold, and of course, I'm going to sit here and say cold, and then all the people that listen to us up north are like, oh, what's cold? No, Dan Giroux, it is not snow on the ground. But you know what? This sixth generation native Texan doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm. No, there's a reason why we live in Texas, and like currently right now it's 39 degrees outside, and that's pretty cool. I wouldn't call it cold for me, but it's cool.
Is it wet?
Yes, it's
miserable. It's miserable.
I'm fine.
But you can be
as long as the wind ain't blowing.
You can be semi cold and still be miserable at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Being miserable has nothing to do with temperature. It has everything to do with situational.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, no. So we're rocking and rolling, trying to get stuff done. I've got Anton's out there trying to sandblast, and I'm like, dude, put the heaters on out there. So he won't come in. He didn't want to be in here. So, but no. So now we got to get ready. We've got Baltimore coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Which we got to get all that geared up, and
I see. I've got a couple of emails that I need to reply to as far as.
Yep, we need to get some.
Which they're being uber official about it. Which I'm not making fun of it. It's just kind of something that you and I are not used to. That they're saying, "How would you like your booth laid out? Chairs." I don't know.
Well, I guess we do.
Is that where the bar can be placed? I mean, I have questions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess there should be a table. We are talking about, have not confirmed yet, but you and I are going back and forth as to whether or not we're bringing some swag to offload.
Oh yeah.
So there will be some koozies that'll be handed out for free because we've got koozies coming out of our ears.
We can keep everybody's drinks.
Double them up. Put one on and then put a second sleeve on it. I don't care. That way it's better than a Yeti, I think.
Now, whenever we went to MonuCon, I was about to start handing them out to the hotel staff.
But we're also talking about bringing some ball caps and some beanies. Yeah, those will be for sale because I'm not eating that cost. It's just going to be what it costs us to have them. So we're not making any money on any of this stuff because I don't want to file another DBA and bank account and all that other junk. It's just, man, it is what it is.
Yeah, this would be the one company that would run at an absolute loss year after year.
It does now.
Well, yeah, of course it does.
It does now.
I mean, no, we have.
Oh yeah, we're so efficient. Yeah,
Yes,
look, we don't have some national association funding us that backs everything we do, which is why we have the freedom to say whatever the heck we want.
We are independently owned
and moderately listened to. Oh man.
Yeah, the tens of listeners. I heard the collective chuckle.
Yeah. No, so it's going to be good. I'm excited to go to Baltimore. That's going to be a real good convention. I'm excited for, we've talked about it last time that it's going to be a pretty good show up there. They've got some great booths sold and stuff like that. So I still need to, we're registered obviously for that. I need to book, we need to figure out flights and rooms and stuff like that because that's kind of be here quicker than we know.
Mm-hmm. Have we looked into Greyhound?
I don't know. Last thing I heard about Greyhound was from Roy Clark, and he said, "Thank God in Greyhound she's gone."
Yes. Oh man, that is like the ultimate breakup song.
So I wouldn't do that. You know how cold it's going to be on that bus and around people that don't shower. I don't think so. That's a long drive.
That's true. But I was kind of going under the impression that nobody uses Greyhound anymore, so we might have an entire bus to ourselves. But
think about who uses Greyhound. It's the people who can't afford the car note.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. No, but you and I had the conversation the other day about we were talking about trying to get our flights arranged to go to Baltimore, and I told you that I'm all down for whatever we want to do. And the one thing that I'm not going to do this time is I'm not going to be the first person to the gate with my ticket again, because I have not received a public scolding like that since I probably messed up in a Walmart whenever I was a child. Of course, we were boarding group 1 and they called for the first boarding group. So I just bebopped on up there, and in my defense, you were right behind me too. So obviously you believe the same thing, but I just happened to be the one in the line of fire.
Man, I've never seen a tail tuck so fast. It's
I mean, I was about to be put on the no-fly list the way that lady was.
Oh man. So yeah, so no, that'll be good. That'll be good heading up that way and enjoy everybody's company up there, talk about some stuff. And I think we've got a good program kind of getting geared up. And as we get a little closer, we'll kind of share, bring y'all in and all that kind of fun stuff.
Next question. Are we still tapped for doing like an educational session up there?
Not as of right this second, other than whatever education we give at our booth.
Okay.
And whatever education we decide we're going to do at the bar.
Well, I mean, that we've already got planned out. As in meaning there are no plans. It's going to be a Bill O'Reilly situation.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, we've got that. And then you've got SMBA coming up, the winter SMBA coming up in Fort Worth. So that'll be good. I still haven't registered for that myself. So
I did last week.
I figure I'm taking my big truck up there so they can play at the crane. So I don't know that there's going to be too much issue with that.
Oh yeah. I forgot you got to do something for the workshop portion.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. So no, I mean, there's some nice events coming up, in the cold weather because, we can't function, at all in life whenever it's cold. So,
I mean, you're to the point of the year you've completely shut down setting, right? I mean, I'm a little further north than you are, so I'm about 2 weeks ahead of you.
What's that frost line for you?
How many miles north do we got to go? Yeah, in Texas, thank goodness we don't have any frost line to deal with.
No, we have clay.
Yeah, we do have clay. That is the trade-off.
Yeah, which is functional year round.
Functional on something.
Well, yeah, it will functionally mess up your foundation all year.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget whenever I went to Massachusetts to Vitech. And
Massachusetts.
And I had just in my time to kill, I had a rental truck, and so I just drove around that small town and was looking at some of the old cemeteries there and just walking through them, because you see graves clear back to the 1700s there, and it was just real neat to see, and also see different work from a whole different part of the country. But there happened to be a monument shop that was right next to the cemetery, and their door was open. It was after hours. And I just pulled up there and I just poked my head in and said, "Hey, do y'all mind if I can just kind of come in and talk for a bit?" And they said, "Sure." And went in and met them. They was great guys, and had a lot of fun hanging out with them. And then they said, "What do you do for your foundations down in Texas?" I said, "Oh, we dig down."
You like foundations? We just sit right on top of the grass. It's best if you cut the grass out first so the roots don't start messing it up as they decay.
Right.
But
I said, "Oh, we dig down 6 to 8 inches, something like that, and we'll fill it with sackcrete, some rebar, and pier, we'll do pier holes as well." And they said 6 to 8 inches, like what? And it doesn't fall over? I said, "No, we hadn't had an issue with one of them falling over yet." And I said, "Well, what do y'all do?" And they said, "We dig down like 3 to 4 foot." And I said, "Like, do you got a little excavator or something?" They said, "No, we dig them by hand." I said, "There is no way you can dig a 4-foot hole by hand and still want to do this line of work." And they handed me a shovel and they said, "Walk out there in the cemetery and stick a shovel in the ground." Like, just the weight of the shovel almost started to break through.
Oh, is it soft? Is it sandy?
Soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had, when it was before this rain hit, this little bit of rain we've got now, we were dealing with it being pretty dry. And, we had to go do an install out in College Station. And it's solid clay. It used to be a cow pasture. I mean, it's just clay.
Mm-hmm.
So Desmond goes, "Man, I don't want to go do that foundation."
Mm-mm.
And I said, I didn't blame him, because I knew it was hard. I knew it was hard. So usually what we'll do is we'll take like the hammer drill and a spade blade on it, and we'll kind of cut lines and stuff like that so we can break it out and pull it out. But this particular time, because it had been so dry for so long, we've been under burn ban for probably 3 months.
Yep.
And I had them take a jug of water out there before and pour 5 gallons of water on where we're digging the foundation, and then come back the next day, give it a day to soak. So
as they'd say, that's a poor way to serve the Lord right there. I did the same. I bought one of those, V4 jackhammers that runs off of 110, and we have an inverter in the truck, and the guys use that with a spade bit on it, and they'll chomp out with it whenever it's dry. It works well for us too.
Yeah. Well, so I've got a question for you, because this is kind of what we talked about. We were going to discuss.
I forgot we actually had a topic.
Yeah, we did. We did actually have a topic. We had a process today. So I was curious. I'd like to know more about your business. Do you have a brochure?
I do not, because it is 2025.
So tell them why this conversation came up.
I had an email from an individual that he was saying that he was wanting to get a headstone for his mom and dad, or it's his dad wanting to do it. And his dad, unfortunately, is in the end stages of life, and his mom is in a wheelchair and has mobility issues, and was wanting to know if I could send him a brochure so he could then show that to them so they could select a headstone. And I told him, well, first off, one, thank you for reaching out to us. But we do not have a brochure because everything that we do here, we like to have a conversation with the individual, or at least get an idea of who the memorial is going to be created for, because everything we do here doesn't follow a pattern. It's not choose A, B, or C. We like to make them unique for every individual because every individual is indeed unique. Mm-hmm. And beyond that, he wanted a comprehensive price list for me to send him. Well, some of y'all may have it, and kudos to y'all. I just don't feel like putting the effort into pricing every single variant of what we can do. Again, that's where I'd like to have a conversation with individuals and find out what they're looking for, so then I can narrow down onto what we need to be doing, rather than just giving you a price list that has several hundred items on it. But
yeah,
and of course, if you want to ask for a range of price, we can tell you, well, it's anywhere from about $950 up to about $15 million. What do you want to do? But also, of course, you and I had the conversation about the brochure, and you said that you do have a brochure, but yours is more or less kind of an about us page.
Yes, but to be clear, we probably have 100 of them left. Mm-hmm. And that same brochure has not been edited. It has not been changed. And
it says you only have one kid.
Yeah. I don't think it's been changed in 10 years. I'll be honest with you. I think the last time we printed them had to have been 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. So what it originated from was, so for you new listeners that are new to the monument industry, and the old timers will understand this. There used to be a thing that monument companies used to do, myself included, and that was that we would take the obit section of the newspaper, and we would find the names of the people that were listed in there, and you would locate their address via this thing called
text.
Yeah, it was an ancient book known as the Yellow Pages, or the White Pages, I guess more specifically. And you would then send them via this process called snail mail, a letter with condolences, and a lot of people did it different ways. So they would send. I knew companies that would send a letter, and there would be a laminated copy of the obit in there that they'd give them as like a bookmark, and then there would be maybe a DMARC brochure or something like that in there that had their sticker or something like that on it. So we were kind of doing the same thing, but I decided I wanted to do it a little different because, I do things different every time. So I sent, it was a letter, and it basically said, don't feel the need to be in a hurry. You can, whenever you're ready, we'll be here. It was not salesy. It wasn't, hey, if you bring this in, I'll give you free vases. You know what I mean? So free porcelain picture if you bring back my brochure.
See, I know how you did the porcelain picture gig, because most porcelain companies say that your first order is on them. So you just keep switching.
So I had made my own brochure, and my own brochure was literally, it was information about us as a company, the process from start to finish, pictures of some of the stuff we had done previously, and then contact information. And so that would go in the envelope with the letter, and we'd mail it out. And if you tracked your progress in this, you learned that you would get less than 1% turnaround. At least we did on that. So
you're the first person I've ever heard that gave any numbers on it. I've never done it, because not long after I got into this and got going, there is a competitor of mine that still to this day, or I don't know if they still are, but up until recently, I know for sure, was sending out the obituary bookmarks along with information about their company, brochures, things like that. Mm-hmm. And I had an individual come in one time and said, "Did you send me this?" And I looked at it and I said, "No, sir, that was not me." And he said, "Good, then you're the one I'm doing business with, because this pissed me off."
Oh,
and so that just further cemented why. And if those of you out there are doing it and it works for you, that's fine. It works for you. It's just not for me.
Yeah. And that's really the key is it kind of goes, man, it doesn't make a lot of sense to sit there and chase this and become so heavily focused on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have gotten to where I'm not, there's got to be other ways to do it. So what all this stemmed down to is the conversation you and I had yesterday, which is brochures are pointless because 2025, like you said, and it's, that's the whole point of a website, right?
Yes.
The whole point of why you build a website and spend money on a website is that you are now, your brochure is now on every computer, every iPad, every iPhone, Android, next, I don't know, whatever. If you Palm Pilot,
BlackBerry, whatever.
So it's on there. You have access to it now, and because of that, there's your information about you and what you provide and what you can give them is available to them. What you want that to look like, it's all up to you and how you build your website. And it's important things. I mean, and you need to keep up with your website. We're currently going through a rebuild right now on ours because you're supposed to do it every, I don't know, 10 years or 5 years or something like that.
Right.
And so it was time. But man, there's no point in having a brochure that is print media. And really, honestly, at this point in time, I don't know anybody that does any print media at all.
Same here. I mean, think about the last time. When was the last time that you ever needed a brochure on anything? Because even like you think back to, go back to whenever you was a kid and you walked into a business with your parents, and whether it be a car dealership or something like that, you'd see brochures everywhere, and people would read them because at the time we didn't have smart devices in our hands. We couldn't immediately look up everything that we would ever want to know. And brochures were relevant, but for some reason, our industry, people are still conditioned to think that we need to look at a brochure in order to get what we're looking for. And that's especially difficult with us. Well, just let me go back and say, one of the reasons why I do not do brochures is because at one point in time, I thought I needed to. Yeah. And I did print some up. And the vast majority of the public, whenever they come into a business like yours or mine, the majority of the time, this is their first experience going down this path. And so whenever you hand them a brochure without them knowing what is possible and what can be done out there, and they see this brochure, they think that they are hemmed into these options, that they think, I have to pick this or that, or it puts them in a mode to where the creative side turns off and they think that these are the only options that are available in front of me. And what I noticed whenever I did have pre-prepared things like that, I saw people just kept gravitating towards it. And I understand some people would use the argument, well, that's what the customer wants. No, it's what I showed them, unfortunately.
That's been one of my big arguments for a long time is that whenever I've heard for years, well, that's what the customer wants. Well, the customer, and I even talked to this so much with somebody who was a customer or is a customer, but is also a friend. And I waited till we got through the conversation to have a straightforward conversation with them, right? And the statement was, look, here's the deal. The truth is how many of these have you ever bought? And I said, this is the first one. I said, so the key to this is that I can sit here and go, hey, this is what's available to you. Would you know the difference? And they said, no. And I said, so the biggest part of it is that I can sit here and go, hey, do you want A, B, or C? Or do I say, this is what you can do and what's with this? But if you look through this catalog and you find you like this particular thing, but I don't like what it's on. Can we use it somewhere else? Absolutely.
Yep.
And those have all become big things. So this is not a discussion on being able to do custom things. It's a matter of changing how you're doing things to make things more comfortable to the family. And honestly, by making your website more available to those families and your digital footprint more available to those families, you can have the biggest brochure you want because you can only print so many pages and you're going to print them in bulk of 1,000. Whereas if I have something, like that shows how to access and see what I can do, you're way better off. So you brought up the statement about going to the car dealerships. I remember going as a kid and you would see those brochures and I loved them, man. Like I'd pick up the one on the new Chevrolet pickup and
yes, sir.
And you'd go through it and you'd read all them into the great pictures and all this, that, and the other. And they don't produce them anymore.
No.
They don't make them anymore. But you know why? Because I can see that same stuff on their website and now it's interactive. I can see videos, right? And so I can do the same thing on my website and I can make it more available. And now what you're seeing, if you go to a car show or something like that and they're trying to get you on something, they're not handing you that kind of stuff. They may hand you a card or pen or something, a hat.
Scan this QR code.
Boom. That's exactly where I was fixing to go.
There you go.
Right there. So y'all can't see, but I just pulled up a QR code to show them. And that's the same thing that is the way things have moved. Heck, you're doing it now at the daggum restaurants.
Yeah, for your menu. In some places,
find your
menu now.
And I've gone to restaurants where they're using the QR code to access your bill so you can pay it.
Yep.
And so it's so commonplace now that when somebody asks for your brochure, there's other ways to get them to it.
Now that I know how you really feel about it, I feel like I've wasted a lot of time getting the brochures ready for the We Rock podcast for Baltimore.
No, it's I'm glad you did that. So, by the way, how's the bulletin coming for SMBA as well?
It's there.
Okay, you sending me my print version?
Same argument. It's 2025.
It is, and we're going to have people, and we do have people that complain and go, I want to be able to have it in my hand. Man, it's a small organization and we can burn all that money on that, or we can use that money more effectively and produce it for everybody else. And I get it. Some people want it. Let me know. I'll print you out one on my printer. It's not gonna look good. Yeah, it's not gonna look good. It's gonna be no. I'm gonna put 3-wing holes and I'm gonna put brads in it.
Oh, wow.
Brass brads.
I mean, if you're all about the presentation aspect of it, then by all means, to your heart's content.
Yeah. No, marketing has changed so much in just the last 5 years. But there is an aspect of it though that has gotten a little bizarre, and I had a lot of naysayers tell me I was wrong, and I still may be wrong, but it's starting to look more and more true as we go right now. So, about 2 years ago, I kind of had this mindset that I was like, marketing is about to take a huge change. Everybody I'd talked to was going, I would ask them, how are you getting leads? How are you advertising? What are you doing? And the term SEO had kind of started to take a decline, right? Google AdWords has started to take a decline. And I'm hearing people going, no, man, we just advertise on Facebook. And I was like, oh gosh, there's no way that's functional.
That you're saying that their sole form of advertising is Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I say that, but maybe they had quit really putting a lot of effort into SEO. But I had said, I'm not going to do any Facebook. I think what sparked a lot of this for me was controversy and protest or whatever, because I didn't like Facebook was doing when it came to advertisers and stuff like that. At one point in time during all the COVID stuff, they were kind of changing things and who they were going to push forward and whatnot. And in fact, even down to who is it? I kind of want to. There was one of the big, not Better Business Bureau. can't think of who it was. There was an online company listing kind of deal where you do reviews before it was Google reviews was really big. Geez, what is it?
Yelp.
Yelp. Yes, Yelp. So Yelp was had changed their deal, and they were going to say, "Hey, who's COVID safe and all that?" And that's fine. But then they went into saying who's going to be they would promote hubs, historically underutilized businesses, right? And the problem I always had with that was like, wait a minute, you're picking and choosing winners and losers here instead of just allowing the stuff to work itself out. And they were heavily promoting this stuff. And we were kind of playing with Yelp and paying for advertisement on it and placement. And I was like, I'm done. Cut it out. Just stop advertising through Yelp. I'm not giving my money that way because I'm basically funding somebody else to be ahead of me. And I was not a fan of that. So I kind of backed up and said, let me look at it another direction. What is going to work? What's actually going to last long? And Yelp took a dive. So you haven't heard about a Yelp review in a while at this point.
No.
And
I mean, especially whenever it comes to reviews, Google has become the dominant.
That has become the go-to.
Mm-hmm.
So now you look at it and you go, okay, so what is everybody doing? Well, here's what I've noticed. And this is just my 2 cents. I had said probably about 2 years ago that social media advertising was not going to last. And it was going to become a problem. What had happened during this time was you went through a lot of animosity publicly when it came to politics. So people were getting off of social media in droves because they were tired of the headaches and the fights and the arguments and just spinning wheels and stuff like that. And so they were pulling off in droves, just out. Well, then you have you fast forward, and now Facebook, because it's a publicly traded company, as Meta, has to get more advertisements in because they've got to get money in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people are advertising left and right. And if you go, I'm going to open my browser up now, just for the heck of it. If I go to the main page, the second thing, I just hit refresh. The first thing is a news article from a major news media outlet. The second thing I see is an advertisement, just scrolling straight down. On the side, there's 2 advertisements on the right side. Then group, news story, advertisement. I haven't seen a single friend page post at all. Scroll down, group, advertisement. That is absolutely the most organic way I can display this. So what's happening now is you are going through, and every third post you're seeing is an advertisement. So the people who have money and are marketing, trying to buy things, or even just people in general, are bowing out of social media in droves. That does not mean they're getting rid of their accounts. What it means is they are just not signing in anymore. And they are moving to other platforms, or just, turning it off and becoming normal again. Or it has been said in the past, touching grass, right? So they're going out there and finding other avenues. So then when you kind of look at this stuff and you go, people are overwhelmed with advertisers, so they don't want to play with it. They're not taking any of them seriously. They're scrolling past them. Then they're looking at those kind of advertisements on there. They're not interested. They would rather find them on actual web pages through Google searches and whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. And so then you go into who's your buyer, who's your purchaser, who's your demographic. And when you start analyzing who your demographic is, those people are not going to pick Joe Schmo, who's, Monuments by Dylan or whatever. If there's a Monuments by Dylan, I'm not calling you out. I had just thought I made something up. So, but that's a random fly by night with these really cheesy posts on Facebook. What they want to do is they want to know that you're legitimate. They're going to go to your webpage and all that. But now, a good example, did you get, I know Emily bought James these an advent calendar with the baseball mascots. Did y'all get one? I know that she sent it to Megan.
She sent it to Megan. We decided to go with a baseball card one, but the picture was hilarious.
Yeah. So it was really kind of cool. We discovered when she ordered it back in what was it? Like September?
Right.
It still hadn't come in. It come in mid-November. Mm-hmm. And she realized it and started sending emails to me what's going on? And I was like, dadgummit, I didn't think about it. It didn't click when we saw it. It's a Chinese scam. Mm-hmm. She did end up getting it. But after chasing them down, after trying to figure out where it was and all this other stuff, it did finally come in, but it was nothing like what was advertised on the photos. So they used AI images to sell their product, which you're seeing left and right online, right?
Yep.
They got you hooked in, took your money, and maybe they were going to deliver, maybe not, but it's not what you expected. So online advertising is turning into that, and you're seeing more AI images and AI advertisement and all of this. It's really steering the consumer other directions. Mm-hmm. So this is the conversation I had at lunch with my buddy who's got a pool company, a new pool company. And I said, what are you advertising? How are you advertising? He said, well, we're going to do social media. I go, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to hold it back. The people who have the money to buy a pool are not going to choose a pool company off Facebook.
No, that'd be the last place I would want to pick a pool company from.
They may look at your work on Facebook mm-hmm. and see your images if they're going to do research and see how things are going and how the process is and da-da-da-da. They are not finding you on Facebook.
No. So and me, I do a little bit of advertising on Facebook. I don't do a heavy amount, and it does work for me, but it's definitely not going to be my only avenue of it because I think, to some people, and heck, I'm even in this category too, that I may not even open Safari on my phone on a given day.
Yeah.
But
you know what I do? You know why I open Safari? Because I still don't have the Wordle app.
Just download the app. Why don't? Or you're too far into it.
I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my streak here. I don't want to download. I still have to do my Wordle on there, my Quordle and my Octurtle, and then whatever the other game is I play.
Now, talking about online advertisements, one thing that we need to figure out how to do to get into the monument world that will just make us buku dollars is that we put ads on headstones that you have to watch. You walk up in the cemetery, you see the name, which that's just going to be the thumbnail. And you see that, and whenever you go up and see it, then all of a sudden we got an ad. And unfortunately, this one's an unskippable ad. You got to watch all 2 minutes of it.
The problem is we got to make sure that whatever those ads are align with the ideals of the individual whose monument it is.
That could get plain comical is what could happen with that.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, just the ads and the AI stuff is, I mean, we've talked extensively on our show about AI. Mm-hmm. I still think that there's a lot of value to AI, but I think that AI has been used in advertising and how it's approached and those kind of things, and it's steering a lot of people away. Mm-hmm. So we have lost. There was like a rally for a while about this being organic or that being organic, and it kind of fizzled out. And I think we talk a lot about everything being a pendulum, right? You go too far one direction and it's going to come back the other way. I think we kind of hit that point and now it's starting to come back. And so we're even going to see like a value going back into the craftive aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's from what I have seen and what I've been paying attention to and what I've been reading, people are changing left and right. Good example.
Did you see the AI videos that were posted on Monument Builders today?
That was hilarious. Oh, that was hilarious.
I mean, it was funny. But
I really want to take those and be like, oh, man, look, this is how Austin installs monuments, guys.
that's a good segue into our next topic. And this is something that you and I talked about, and it was prompted by, I will just say, a friend of ours that owns a business related to the monument industry. But whenever it comes to advertising, and he referenced a commercial that Billy Bob Thornton did for one of the wireless carriers, T-Mobile or Verizon or something like that. And they mentioned the competition by name, talking about how much more coverage they have, how much better they are. But his question was, is it okay to reference your competition whenever it comes to you advertising, talking about how you are better than them? And you and I had some conversations about this, and I get it, but also whenever you're a multi-billion-dollar company, you can have a little bit more leeway with that. But whenever we're in such a niche industry, you're gonna make some people upset.
Well, look, here's the deal. You don't, over the history of advertisements, see a lot of that.
No.
In fact, you used to see it a lot in the car industry, and you don't see that anymore. You used to see it a lot with Pepsi Coke. You don't see it there either anymore. You don't see those things happen as much as they used to. For some reason, there has been and I've caught it every once in a while, there's kind of that beef in the phone market when it comes to carriers. And you saw it a lot with like T-Mobile and Sprint and some of those, right? And you would see it some between AT&T and Verizon, but not a lot. It's always kind of been within that group. But for some reason, people tend to go, "Oh, you're Verizon, I'm AT&T." Look, guys, you don't get free calls between AT&T subscribers anymore. It's not how this works. We don't count our minutes anymore. So, and I understand that culture got built, but look across how other things are. You don't see that between car dealerships anymore either.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And so you got to understand who your community is that you're talking to. For that individual who posted that and is talking about it, I understand what he is going after, but I actually don't feel like that's even his character.
No, not at all.
You know, and so I don't know that plays well in what he's trying to do. But even beyond that, I kind of sit there and go, like, I couldn't do that. I have no desire to try to belittle the other guys. I'm more interested in my own work and making my own work look good and do well than I am in trying to belittle the other guy.
Right. Even in a face-to-face conversation with a customer, I've had people ask me before. They say, "What's different about you and your competitor down the road?" And one thing that I've never done is I've never said anything negative about any of my competitors. I'll tell them that, well, for the most part, there's one of them that I'll never say this one about, but I'll say that if you're asking about that other one, yes, they will provide you. It'll be a great memorial. It'll be good work, but then that's where I'll go into talking positively about my business, our process, what we do, what I believe sets us apart, and it's going to be our attention to detail and our willingness to want to create one-of-a-kind memorials every single time rather than just option A, B, or C.
Yeah. But, I mean, we're kind of in that same boat on our end, is that I'm, not interested in taking anybody down. I will explain the difference between what I am to them. And I think that should be sufficient. My work should be able to speak for itself. Your work should be your greatest advertisement. But if you're just sitting there relying on, well, they can't do this. We're like, okay, there's another way to say that, I think. And I think the way you say that is, well, this is what we do, and this is why we do it this way. And, this, look how easy this function is, or this does that, or look how great this looks because we approach it in a different manner. There's all kinds of different ways to do that without doing that. And I think that particular individual, because of what they're supplying and whatnot, I don't think he pulls that trigger. He's not that type of individual. It's not really in his character.
If anything, it was just a good starter to a discussion.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I understood it as well. So
watch it. He may completely surprise us and just come screaming in from the top rope. And let me tell you why these other people suck.
Yeah. Let's. I'll hold my breath on that.
Right.
So, but no, I think I don't think he pulls that trigger. No. So that's why I say, set yourself out differently. That's why I'm not too terribly worried about my stuff being stolen by China.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why are you not too worried?
Because it's going to happen. If you put your artwork out on your website, somebody's going to see it. Somebody's going to copy it. It already happens between monument shops. I'd rather my local competitors not do it, which is why I copyright my stuff. But and I'm not necessarily. It's more for my own protection.
Right.
But, geez,
Yeah, but do you ever think that it happens the other way around, that people see some of these designs on these Chinese websites and that they then take that design and then claim it as their own?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it happens?
I think it happens pretty regularly.
Like, now, would they go as far as to copyright it as their own then, like officially documented?
Probably, assuming that they did it themselves. We're the first ones to do it in the U.S., but they're no better than that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You don't think that would happen? You think they'd come after you if you did use it after they did that?
There's too much honor in this industry, Tony.
Yeah. Why do they say honor amongst thieves?
Again, you have the same little book that I do. That all art is theft.
Yeah. And look, I've told people before. Heck, I put one of my pictures on Monument Builders yesterday or the day before, or something like that. Somebody asked, "Oh man, this is great. You mind if I show this to a customer?" By all means. I still wish that you would take it and do your own thing with it. I want to see you do something different. I cannot learn until I've seen something different. Like I didn't learn that I really didn't care for Ferraris until I saw Corvette try to reproduce a Ferrari. I don't like the mid-engine. I don't like the mid-engine vet.
Yeah, but it's so cool.
No, it looks like a Ferrari.
It does. I mean, it looks like an Italian-made supercar is what it looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a vet.
No.
I would. I mean, not that I could go out and go buy a Ferrari, but I can get one on eBay, I'm sure.
No, you can get whatever you want on eBay.
Yeah.
What I'd really like to do is buy one of those tiny little electric pickups you see that are advertised out of China that look like a Chevrolet or a Dodge or a Ford or something like that. Supposedly you can make them street legal. It's like like if you threw your truck in the wash and it shrunk.
Actually, for some of the parking garages I try to go into, that might be helpful.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm in the same boat you are. There's sometimes you pull in a parking garage and you roll down the window and poke your head out going, please.
Yeah, I realized real quick that's really what the clearance lamps are for. Yeah, okay. Like the guys that'll get the short. Do you have the short antenna on your truck?
Yeah, I have the little stub.
The little stub.
So it doesn't sit there and just whack, whack, whack.
Yeah. Truthfully, we do that stuff and we put these because we think it's too tall or whatever. We don't want to mess up in the car wash. You really need one that's exactly the same height as the cab of your truck, so that you know that's the only visible thing from your seat that you can see as to whether or not you're going to hit something.
It's true. And why the auto manufacturer hadn't got on that yet? I
don't know. Oh well, I mean, in Houston, they've got what they call curb feelers on their cars, so they know before they get to the curb. It's these giant spoke wheels that stick out 4 foot off the wheel.
Oh, those are swangers. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Now the curb feelers were the two little prongs.
Yeah, they were the two little prongs off the back bumper. Yeah.
Now, but talking about in the Houston area, people really jazzing up their rides and making things look good. There is a good friend of ours in the Houston area that has a golden monument dolly. And it's not just the frame of this thing's golden. The tires are gold. The rims are gold. The handles are gold. Yeah, he's quite proud of it.
Yeah. Well, when I talk, I spark. It's we were talking about that thing having its own grill. It's actually I don't know what was funnier about that text thread was him complaining about his guy taking the liberty to paint his monument dolly, or the fact that Jeremiah just completely ignored us altogether.
He didn't reply.
No, which tells me, Jeremiah, when you listen to this, understand that Austin and I are going to continue to have threads just go on religiously.
He did not.
So that we can ting your daggum phone off. And when I realize that you mute it, I'm just going to start another one.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. Our friend, he's got the Paul Wall of monument dollies now. Man, I would be like, I know he was a little bit perturbed by it, and I'm glad he lets us have a little bit of humor with it. And if that was mine, I would immediately be sending that guy to the store for some paint thinner. Like, this is not going to be hanging off the back of my truck.
I mean, automatically, because the way he did it, he just flat. He didn't take nothing off.
No,
he didn't mask off the wheels. Didn't pull the rubber off of it. Didn't pull the grips off of it. Anything. So he painted right over all of it. So that means those rubber pads got to get replaced.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to start getting that. You're going to get that on your stone.
Hey, people pay extra for gold leafing, though.
Leafing.
Leafing, yeah, just leafing.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was rather humorous.
Yeah, so and that's how I started my morning. I was getting ready to leave my house, and that popped up. Sitting there having a cup of coffee, and here we go.
Oh man, what else you got going on? Anything good?
Oh, not too much. Got a little family gathering starting tomorrow in Grapevine, so I'm hoping we survive that as well.
Well, Thanksgiving 2.0.
Thanksgiving 2.0. The 1.0 version was enough for me. I'm hoping 2.0 will be a little bit better.
Hold your breath.
Oh, yeah. Now, and then, of course, just anybody that's involved in this line of work knows whenever I say this, 'tis the season.
Yeah.
That this is the time whenever the phone calls really start to ramp up and everybody wants it done before Christmas. And by all means, we're trying our hardest, but same as you, man, right now we're bucking weather.
Well, here, so I'm going to lean back and I'm going to tell you the story this way so that you can look over across and see Janine's reaction. Because I'm going to go ahead, since we're talking about people calling and checking on stuff, we will talk about the customer who would not answer a reply to designs that we sent them or the estimate that we sent, and would just one of the worst communicators one of the worst communicators we've had. And then all of a sudden on the 1st, which was Monday, signed the proof and estimate and paid for it all right there. And this is for a niche door, right? Just a columbarium niche door. Engraving. We don't supply the niche door. We just engrave the niche door.
Okay.
So they then immediately responded with, I paid the invoice. When's it going to be ready? Well, several problems. One, we tell them expect 8 weeks. That doesn't mean a niche door takes us 8 weeks. It just, I don't know what all's going on. Expect 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm. But you're not dropping everything you have to go run and do one.
At any given point in time of the year. No, I'm not doing that.
No.
But so this particular one, they filed Janine filed the permit for it, and it gets rejected because the name on the permit is not the name is not found. They can't find that name anywhere. So the guy's complaining was it today that he was complaining about it not getting done or whatever because of this?
He was complaining saying he didn't, because I told him it wouldn't be done until next year.
Yeah, so she's saying she told him it wouldn't be done until next year, and
he was upset about that.
Yeah, so he's upset that it wouldn't be done until next year, even though he paid Monday. And it's like, no.
Now he has to find other things or figure out something else.
He's got to reschedule stuff or move stuff around and I don't know really what that means, if he's going to get it somewhere else or he thinks he's getting it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But the biggest issue with it now is because he gave us the wrong name. It wasn't the person who owns the niche for the permit. The cemetery.
But you were supposed to know this.
Yeah, I'm supposed to know. Yes. The cemetery sexton also is on vacation for the next week. So I can't even get a niche door for the next week anyway, even after we resubmit the permit. And then at that point in time, we're in everybody grab hold of stuff and get it all out before Christmas.
Yes.
So I'm like, look, I'll refund your, little invoice if you'd like. You're welcome to go ask somebody else.
Yeah, and I understand everybody, especially whenever it comes to the memorials. Yeah, they want them before Christmas, and I understand that, and I try to sympathize with that as much as I possibly can. But there's only so much we can do inside of one given day, and there's going to be those that it does not happen. And like I said, right now there's external factors that we're having to fight, and of course one of them right now being weather, and then heck, another one, we have a cemetery that is just being excruciatingly slow about issuing permits right now. And what even gets worse with that is whenever they finally do drop permits on them or drop permits on us, we've already got stuff scheduled out.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're trying.
And I think that's the big thing is that, every one of these shops, and even the ones where we go, man, that guy is a jerk. He does bad work, blah, 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 blah. How do I put this? So you think of like the worst monument company you can think of, with the exception of those who have taken money from people and not provided work.
Correct.
Because that's not the one I'm talking about. I produce bad quality. We don't agree with the quality. We don't agree with process or whatever. I don't believe that those people are even bad people, right?
Right.
I don't believe that I think that they believe they're doing things the right way and they're doing things with the customer's best interest at heart. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do this otherwise?
Right. Exactly.
Why would you subject yourself to the headaches that we've got to deal with in this business?
Why would you want to bring it on yourself?
Correct. So that's why I say I don't think that they mean ill will. I think that it's just that this is kind of the way stuff functions.
Oh yeah, and even with us, that you was talking about that one of the reasons we didn't record is because I decided to tear a truck apart, and that's what I did. And it's because I was facing issues with this truck that it was compromising the reliability of this truck.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that meant waiting on parts to get in, then the time it takes to put the parts on. And during that time, that truck is it's sitting idle, unfortunately.
You could have turned the engine off.
Yeah, it was hard to work on it. Everything was hot all the time. Real pain.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. Anytime that's why I bought. I mean, somebody asked me why do you have a setting trailer and the crane and all this other stuff. I have gone to the point where I have been down equipment and had no way to get installed and got backed up. I don't want to do it again. It was worth the money to make sure that I've always got a way to get my work done.
Yep. And during that time, there was a few pressing ones that we had to do, but I'm in the same boat as you. I have a setting trailer as well, and I have no problem just tossing the keys to my guys and saying, go. Like we still do have an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, that's about the long and short of it.
It is.
So, for those of y'all out there who've made it this far, sign up to go to Mid-America, Baltimore.
Come hang out.
Come hang out. What's the predominant cuisine in Baltimore?
Well, it'd be some seafood, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
Right.
Let's ask Perplexity is the main.
I would invite Jeremiah to come along to Baltimore with us, but I don't think he'd reply back to the text message.
Oh no, he won't.
No,
he won't. He doesn't like. I don't think he likes hanging out with us after going to MonuCon with us.
Nope. Hang on. We've got it wrong.
Oh, we need to text his wife.
No, Mr.
Oh, I knew we messed up.
Yes.
I do greatly apologize, Mr. All Hands.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please accept our most sincere form of apology.
Please forgive me and be with the starving pygmies down there in New Guinea.
Amen.
Hey, all right. The local cuisine in Baltimore is crabs.
Oh, cool. So we're going to go to Baltimore and get crabs.
Go get crabs. I'm down. I like a good crab boil.
I'm down. I'm so down for crab.
Hey, crab cakes. Do they do like crab rolls, like lobster rolls?
You would think so.
I don't know. I know that there's a little restaurant over here that does crawfish rolls, like as if they were lobster rolls, but it's boiled crawfish. So you get the boiled crawfish seasoning and all that. It's a bit more spicy. Oh, it's so good.
It sounds good.
Don't try to take your contacts out for 3 days after you've had that. But it's so good. So, yeah, that's where I'll be in February. Let's give it. I know I gave you a date before. January. Oh, we do need to get our flights.
Crap. Yeah, that was like fast approaching.
Man, we are on top of things. Let me begin to tell you how just on top of everything we are at the moment. I will say I had that
up out of nowhere.
Well, I said this before though that because I was basically drinking from a fire hose trying to figure out this whole real estate stuff, I kind of lost all track of time. So that's my fault on some of this. January 15th through the 17th, 2026, Mid-America Convention. And it will be in Baltimore at the Marriott Waterfront Hotel, which it has been at before. And I've heard nothing but great things. Have not been there yet, but I do know that Jason Campbell went there last go around and said it was phenomenal. So we need to look at the schedule, see when we're flying in, because we may need to find a way just to go play in DC for a day.
Ooh,
just saying.
See the cherry blossoms.
Yeah,
in January.
Well, I mean, that'll give me the opportunity to go to DC while there's somebody in office that I want to see.
Ooh,
I won't see him, but you
never know. I mean, all we got to do is just. I mean, I'm sure there's a phone number we can call.
Is it like 47?
Well, I guarantee it starts with 202, so we'll just go from there.
All right. Well, on that note, thanks for listening. Remember, like, follow, review on something.
On Yelp.
We'll catch y'all in the next one.
Have a good one.